An all goofy foot matchup as well. Former world champion Gabriel Medina, two-time event champion, taking on Italo Ferreira, a super talent from the northeast of Brazil. And we'll join the live action with Italo strapped on the front foot, and he'll double park it here, negotiating and succeeding. Out onto the face. Love that Italo whip. Good to have him back after injury. And through that little shallow section.
Well, let's have a look at this one from Italo Ferreira, just flying down the line. You can see him hunting the barrel, dragging both those hands. Now he drives up high into the tube and fights his way through. A real strong, powerful surfer is Italo Ferreira. Kind of almost that neutral stance where he could either go, have you seen him surf switchfoot? He's absolutely amazing. So this kid's really strong on both feet, a lot of front foot pressure as well. And I think that's what happened, you know, hurt his front leg and his front ankle, and it was out for a while, but he is back, that is for sure. A 0.37 on his first wave, 7.83 on wave number 2. Here he goes again.
Well, here he goes. Sections for him to negotiate, in and out. Slow start here for his opponent, Gabriel Medina. Whereas possibly it's a late Sunday for some of our viewers still, as we see Medina now up and riding. First wave of his round 3 encounter here. Heavy leverage there and beautiful adjustment in the tube. Multiple sections and he'll come out clean. So brilliant approach there from Medina. He just absolutely bullied his way out of that. And that's that show of strength and athleticism that we were talking about, Potts.
How lightning fast was that turn?
2 of them here in Fiji. Here he goes down the line. Now you know that he may, well, you kind of see him looking for opportunities. The progressional element. Think of that perfect 10 that he did in the beach break in Rio last year.
I love it.
We love what's going on. As we see now, Italo, heat leader, looking to cement a second solid number in the tube. Little stall, slight stumble, but now accelerates. Massive acceleration, and he'll almost replicate the doggy door exit. And are we saying yes?
I'm giving it to him. That was unbelievable to be able to hang on for that long.
He'll ditch the 1.57 and replace it with this.
Watch the gear change here with Italo Ferreira. Comes off the bottom, slows himself down, drags those hands through that first section, almost loses it. Now he hits the gas, bam, bam, flying through that section and comes out the end. So that was a massive gear change there for Italo Ferreira. A smaller wave too, so let's have a look. I wonder what the score's going to be on this one right here. Slows himself down, a little bit of a cover up right there. Now he starts to fly down the line, pulls into that next section. Kind of saw him the whole way though, didn't we?
And Oki taking that first win for Namotu. As we join the live action here in the back part of the final heat of the day's proceedings. Italo driving again. Beautiful tube stance, and he'll find the clean exit and even some more on offer. Oh, lovely little rasping turn there from the diminutive Brazilian. And another little click as well. He's going to go right into the absolute shallows here.
He was riding for about 10 seconds after he came out. Let's have a look. See Medina splash the water. Why? Because he knew exactly what was going to happen. Italo Ferreira slides in using both those hands. Now he hits the gas, slows himself down again, changing gear. Comes flying out the end, and then this turn right here, just hooking into it. Very strong on the back foot is Italo Ferreira. And, well, that is a complete ride for the young Brazilian. He's going to better that 3.27. Let's have a look from the channel. This is Strider's view as he goes flying through the tube right out here. Smart move to sneak out and come around and unload on that end section. Italo Ferreira is going to extend his lead over Gabriel Medina.
And he's going to continue here. So judges still working on the previous score, now tracking again. Super talent Italo Ferreira with another tube on offer. Yes, threads another one. Now out on the rail again. So quick back-to-back efforts here. Clock's down to a little around 9 minutes to go. And Italo piling the pressure on Gabriel Medina here. Now let's see. Medina looking for a second meaningful score. Double parks it, double hand drag. Now another section, more sections. So lovely little tube duel unfolding here between the two Brazilian goofy footers.
A hit on our hands. Medina uncharacteristically catches a smaller wave. Just wanted to try and get that second wave under his belt. Driving through that first section. Little bonus section on the end there comes out. So a well-manufactured tube, but not a big one, you know, not one of those deep throaty ones that he was looking for. He's needing something up into that near close to excellent range, 7.73. That's not going to cut it. Back out the back he goes, and second in line as far as priority goes. He's going to have a look at this, but Italo Ferreira is going to take it away.
Well, unless Medina sold him, which
he
he did. So, little rookie error there for a surfer that's third year on tour, Italo. And Medina completely sold him their pots. And Medina having a little look himself. Could that have been a priority error right there?
Did he just paddle for that?
Did he paddle for that? We're watching the little P block next to Medina's name.
Paddling, here he goes.
Well, he's further down the reef here, so he'll jump on the opportunity. Behind the curtain again for Italo. Clocking up the seconds now. Can he come around? The answer's yes. Lovely rasp again.
Wow.
Strong redirection. Now loads again. So playing the game is Italo here. Throwing a little bit more pressure on the situation. 2:15 to go.
Is that better than 7.83?
And again, he found that about 25 yards off down the reef from Gabriel Medina.
There's been a couple like that.
Yep.
It's been very sneaky when it comes to getting waves off Gabriel Medina. Oh my.
Let's have a look. Medina's going to get a chance to roll. Here he goes. Straight behind the curtain. It's a fluffy one. Now the wave will bend down the reef. Medina will sear a big turn. Holds the rail for stability. Fades the bottom turn check. Now parks it. Second, third gear as he comes out. Now lip line floats as well. And he'll surf through the end buzzer here. Medina brings a whole sequence to the end section of the reef. Wow. Wow. What are you thinking, Potts?
Well, Italo's last wave was that 5.33, so 7.73 required. I've got to digest that. I've got to have another look at that. A late drop kind of tucks in. Nothing really there so far. This turn right here, though, beautiful extension. Grabs the rail, fades off the bottom, hits the brakes and disappears. Comes flying out, and then a couple of beautiful turns from Gabriel Medina, finishing off strong. And you can hear right there the hooter goes halfway through that wave. Medina thinks he's got it. 7.73 first turn. This is where all the points are going to come from, really, that first maneuver. A little tight snap in the pocket. Good positioning. It wasn't a deep barrel, though. A little float, safety right there, just to make sure he finishes the wave off.
Well, even if you're not a Medina fan, you've got to love that turn that he did up in the top corner. Just had that squat stance, G-forces on show. Requirements of a 7.73.
There it is.
The panel will lock a 7.37. It's not enough, Martin. Wow. Italo Ferreira back from injury, and he takes out the event defending champion.
Wow. Exciting stuff here on the last heat of the day. That's why we love our sport. The greatest show on earth here at the Outerknown Fiji Pro. Italo Ferreira, one of the biggest upsets of the day.
Wow.
Quite possibly.